Wow, this project's gonna be so hard. I don't know anything about the 80s. I think I know someone who does. Hey, I gotta do a project about the 80s. Can you help me?
The 80s? Yeah, man, I'm there.
Hey, dude.
What do you need, man?
What's that stuff?
It's 80s stuff, man.
That's great.
What is that?
It's an Xbox 360.
What? No. If you want to get into an 80s mood, you gotta get into the old 80s game systems. Say hello to the Sega Genesis.
Guest. That's alright, I think I'll stick with my Call of Duty. Where's my controller? Oh.
Shh. I'm playing Pong.
Boom! I won! Yes! Ah, that was fun, was it?
Besides entertainment. Do you have music like 30 Cent or Taylor Swift?
Well, of course we did. We had Zeppelin, Michael Jackson, Boston, Peter Frampton, Aerosmith, Phil Collins, Michael Jackson again, and of course, yes! I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Jason? Wait, how'd you get in here?
I don't know. Heard Kiss.
So, any good movies?
I'll show you.
Oh, where am I? What is this place? What? Oh, nuts.
What do you want?
Who are you?
Hi, my name's John.
Jon Skywalker?
Yeah.
I need to destroy
Oh,
you.
just kidding. Wait a second. Are you supposed to have a red lightsaber?
It is red.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's red. Look.
Are you colorblind or something?
It's red. Are you
No,
dumb?
that's definitely not red. I promise
It's
you that.
red.
Like, is there something wrong
This
with
is a
this
red
planet's color
lightsaber.
spectrum?
It's a red lightsaber. Are you dumb or colorblind? I don't know which, but it's red.
No, you're colorblind. That is blue.
It's a red.
Whoa! Orbit! Jason, Enterprise.
This is the Death Star.
No, this is Enterprise.
This is the Death
This is
Star.
Enterprise.
This is definitely
Wait,
the Death
whoa,
Star.
wait.
What?
Isn't that supposed to be red?
It is red.
No, it's not. My
It is
shirt.
red.
No, my shirt is red.
Hey,
That's
red
not
shirts are
red.
supposed to die.
That is supposed to be red.
It is red.
No.
Look at it. It's definitely red.
Are you colorblind? My shirt is red.
Are
That
you
is not red.
stupid?
That is
This
blue.
red.
This is red.
This is definitely
no,
red.
no, you are stupid. It is blue to me.
Don't mock me.
I will mock you.
It's not for
All
me
right.
to
Well, you know what?
leave.
It's red.
Oh, that was strange. What's that? Oh, that was easy. Usually there's booby traps. What now? Cut the price, save me! Oh. I don't think this is getting any stranger.
I'm Batman.
Okay, E.T., time to photo. Yes!
So how'd it go?
That was really strange. What'd you do to me?
Nothing. I only sent you away to a few movies for a little bit. While you were gone, I interviewed a few people about their experiences in the 80s. I'm Mike Bolger, and I'm here with Mr. Swanson. I'm going to talk to him a little bit about the 80s. So, Mr. Swanson,
Yes.
what were the 80s like for you?
Ooh, let's see. In the 80s, I was right at the forefront of my professional career. I think probably the thing that occupied most of my time was teaching, coaching football, coaching wrestling. I was going to school for my master's degree. I was really involved with the labor union at Mount Olive High School. That's where I was teaching in the 80s, for all until 87 at least. So I was kind of busy with the whole school thing in my professional life. I had, I had 3 kids by the end of the 80s, so I was also new and relatively young, married, and having a family, and doing all that too in the 80s. So it was kind of a blur, a busy time for sure.
What kind of music did you enjoy listening to in the 80s?
Well, I've always liked Bruce. He's was, I think, my #1 rock hero forever, and remains so. My classic rock roots from college with me. I didn't remember listening to a lot of new stuff on the radio that I liked. So it would have been, all the things that I listened to in the 70s when I was in college, probably more than any 80s music.
So if you were kept your job at the school back in the 80s and you're still working in school today, what were the 80s like compared to school today?
You want to know something? Kids are kids. Whether they were kids in the late 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, even in the 2000s. Kids are kids. They're interested in the same stuff. They do the same really cool things and the same dumb things. I think they're a little more sophisticated now, because between the 80s and the 2000s, I think we put a lot of pressure on kids to try and be more grown up. I don't know why that is, and I think kids try to be more grown up. Nowadays I find kids trying to be more like college students than high school students, so they want to do what college students do. I don't think there were quite as many pressures to do that in the 80s, but otherwise, kids are kids. They like the same things that you guys did, different kind of music at the time. They, wanted to do the same things that you did. They complained about the same things, their parents, the police, rules, stuff like that. They always wanted to have money. They'd prefer not to have to work too very hard to get it. Well, I think, in some ways there's not a lot different between kids.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here with Mr. Renfers, and I'm going to talk to him about the 80s. So, personally for you, what were the 80s like?
Well, the 80s were the time that I graduated from high school and college. I graduated high school in 85, and I graduated from college in 89. So I did most of my growing up back then. I remember, clothes-wise, I remember a lot of flipped-up Izod collars and a lot of preppy pants and baggy sweaters. Actually, the T-shirt that you're wearing kind of reminds me of the 80s a little bit too. A lot of black concert T-shirts and stuff like that, with jeans for the kids who ran with the rougher crowd. That was about as dark as anybody got. As far as music goes, you didn't ask that question yet, but I'll answer it anyway. I found most of the music from the 80s to be largely distasteful. One of my uncles was friends with some guys who were in a band called Our Daughter's Wedding, and it was like a pop, synth techno band. And so because I had a personal connection with them, I kind of find that to be mildly entertaining.
Oh, thanks. I learned a lot about the 80s.
I'm glad you learned your lesson. And whoa, look at this camera! Look at this! Hey, back in the 80s, we used to use a Kodak disc. Hey, how would you like to go see Top Gun?
I don't know.
It's red.
Blue.
It's red.
I am positive it is blue.
I'm telling you, it's red like a tomato, which is also a fruit.
Tomatoes? That's a vegetable.
Tomato's a fruit.
What are you talking about? It's a
Tomato
vegetable.
is a fruit.
Are you stupid?
How
It is...
dumb are you? A tomato is a fruit.
What else don't you know? It is a
Are
vegetable.
you as dumb as Palpatine? A tomato is a fruit.
You're dumber than Palpatine.
You know what?
It's
a
a
tomato
vegetable.
is a... Hey, wait a second. Where'd that John kid go?